Welcome to Reflect on This. Hello, I am Johnny Henshaw. Many years ago, I discovered that I could use my passion for research and analysis to also discover important truths from God's Word and then apply them to my life in practical and intentional ways. Remember, it's not about religion or rules, but about relationship with Jesus. So if you want to learn more about living life with God-given purpose and meaning, keep listening. So let's get started. Please join me today as we reflect on this. I remember an event when I was in the second grade that I am ashamed to admit actually happened. The girl that sat at the table across from me had a shiny new red pencil. We were doing pencil drawings, and I had only my regular pencil. She had brought her red pencil with her to school from home. With it, she was able to draw pictures in black and red, which looked so much better than my black-only pictures. The more I looked at that red pencil, the more I wanted it. When she dropped it under the table, I quickly grabbed it before she got to it. She looked in vain for a few moments under the table until she spotted me with her pencil. She began to cry out to the teacher that I had taken her pencil. When the teacher came over to the table, I am ashamed to admit that I lied to the teacher and said that it was my pencil and that I did not know where her pencil was. Amazingly, I was able to persuade the teacher that I was telling the truth. I do not remember what happened to that red pencil after that, but I am sure that the joy of using that pencil was marred by my guilty conscience. This is a word picture that illustrates the following verse. Do not love the world, nor the things in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the boastful pride of life, is not from the Father, but is from the world. The world is passing away, and also its lusts. But the one who does the will of God lives forever. 1 John 2, 15 through 17, NASB. The Greek word translated lust in today's verse means a longing, especially for what is forbidden. As I looked at that red pencil, I developed a longing for it. I began to lust for that pencil. It became so strong that I did what was forbidden. I stole it and then lied about it. And once I got it, it was not as wonderful as I had imagined it to be. God is warning us not to fix our eyes on the pleasures of the world, but rather on Him and His Son Jesus. Fixing our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of faith, who for the joy set before Him endured the cross, despising the shame, and has sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Hebrews 12:2, NASB. Therefore, if you have been raised up with Christ, keep seeking the things above, where Christ is, seated at the right hand of God. Set your mind on the things above, not on the things that are on earth. Colossians 3, 1 through 2, NASB. Granted, God made the world and all that is in it for His pleasure and glory, and for our enjoyment. Yet we must not let this world become more important to us than God. He warns us about this, not only in today's verse, but in many other places as well. For whatever is born of God overcomes the world, and this is the victory that has overcome the world, our faith. Who is the one who overcomes the world? But he who believes that Jesus is the Son of God. 1 John 5, 4 through 5, NASB. Application: overcoming the longings and trappings of the world with our faith in Jesus. If you belong to the world, it would love you as its own. As it is, you do not belong to the world, but I have chosen you out of the world. That is why the world hates you. John 15:19, NIV. Application: remind ourselves that we live in the world, but we are not of the world. Do not be conformed to this world, but continually be transformed by the renewing of your minds, so that you may be able to determine what God's will is, what is proper, pleasing, and perfect. Romans 12:2 ISV. Application. The way to avoid being conformed to this world is by renewing our mind with biblical truths. Am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Or am I trying to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ. Galatians 1:10 NIV. Application. Be a God pleaser, not a people pleaser. You are like unfaithful wives, having illicit love affairs with the world and breaking your marriage vow to God. Do you not know that being the world's friend is being God's enemy? So whoever chooses to be a friend of the world takes his stand as an enemy of God. James 4:4, Amplified Bible. Application. If you choose to be a friend of the world, you are also choosing to be an enemy of God. No one can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or he will be devoted to one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and wealth. Matthew 6:24, NASB. Application. Beware of trying to serve both God and the world's wealth. Oh God, may my love for you be laser-focused, with no hint of compromising longings for the entrapments of the world. Today, I encourage you to reflect on this. It is my hope that this episode will encourage and inspire you to not just know the Scriptures, but to apply the Scriptures to your daily life. And don't forget to check out the show notes for resources mentioned in today's episode.